Hello and welcome to yet another Arkies video and to another Race A video from Watkins Glen, this week's Race A. And normally I don't go back to make another video on the same race unless there's a particular reason for it. And this week we are racing the Group 4 cars, and I promised myself at the start of the week that I will avoid the meta car, the Audi TT, both for time trial and for racing. So this time I'm in the Honda NSX. And let's jump straight into the races, which contains a bit of everything. So let's get straight to it. Up until this point I had been using the Ford Mustang, and it certainly had some strengths. It had some grunt coming up the hill, but it was a bit sketchy through the bus stop chicane, and I could only manage to get a 114.4, just below a 114.4 out of that car. And then I looked at my friend's leaderboard, and I saw the Honda NSX combustion corner had set a time in the Honda NSX, and I thought, let me give that one a go. So the qualifying time for this race is set in that very same car, and we are coming up the hill, hanging on to P2. Behind us we've got the Dodge driver, and despite his slightly worrying gamer tag, we had some very good races, and he was also trying out a lot of different stuff. I don't think I saw him in the same car 2 races in a row, so kudos to him for trying some different stuff out. I haven't been that brave yet. I've so far only tried the Mustang and now this one. And I got a bit scruffy through the bus stop chicane, and the Dodge driver behind me had to wait for me just a little bit, so now I have to catch up to the 2 cars ahead before they run away from us completely. But as you can see, the Audi TT in front of us got the final corner sort of wrong, so we managed to catch up to him again. And let's just see if we can... Oh, I got so close to actually hitting him into the corner, so I had to back out slightly of that one. We are jumping a bit ahead, and we are about to finish lap 2, and I cannot really see the corner, and I think it's about time, in case you're new to this channel, to explain just a little bit about myself.
I can tell you I don't have money, but what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
And those skills are the ability to make stupid mistakes in every single car available in this game. So I pick up a half-second penalty, and I lose a couple of positions, and have to try to work my way back from here. As we go through the bus stop chicane, you see the Dodge driver is getting in a bit of trouble. Luckily he sees us all coming and keeps it wide through the corner, so good awareness from him. I'm serving my penalty now. He has to wait until the next lap to serve his penalty, and we try to keep it going. Can we get through these 2 final corners? Maybe even hit an apex or 2. Yeah, we hit a little more than the apex, actually go on the grass as well, but yeah, we cannot have it perfect. I think that was actually okay, and on the other hand I hit the wall, so there you have it. So I lost some momentum, but I am still keeping up, at least with the Dodge driver. As already mentioned, he has been jumping from car to car, so he's probably still getting used to the Corvette. Here I run wide, I try to back out, and then I think, oh screw it, let me just get that half-second penalty. It's better than lose all my momentum up the hill. But the game said, no, you are having a 1-second penalty. So that's going to be a bit more tough to get rid of. And as I served my penalty, this was a bit of a bad move. I should have just stayed at one side. I wanted to give him the inside, but as I moved I saw that looked a bit dodgy. I should have just stayed with the side I already picked. But at least I can still get a purple sector coming up the hill, so I'm not completely off so far. And we get through the bus stop chicane in sort of decent style as well this time. And don't run wide through this corner. Don't pick up a penalty on the exit. And then my eye caught something in the distance, and I heard the contact as well. So let's go and have a look at what happened between those 2. As we can see here, The Italian driver misses the apex, get a bad exit, almost taking that corner like I usually take it. So the Spanish driver gets a good run on him, gets past, he's well clear, and the Italian decides to brake really late, just put his nose on the apex, force the contact, so the Spanish driver gets pushed wide. And the most annoying thing, especially for the Spanish driver, is that he is the one getting pushed wide, he's the one losing time, and of course he's also the one to pick up a penalty for all that. Luckily for him, when they get to the bus stop chicane, you see the Italian, he's really got his mind set on staying ahead, so he messes up the chicane and picks up 1.5 second penalty. So at least there was a bit of justice there. And that also comes into play when we see the end of this race, because this got rather surprising at the end. We are going up the hill and we are going side by side, and I realized that's not really a good decision, because that means we both have to lift off. So I just lift off slightly and makes room for the Dutch driver to take the bus stop chicane properly. That's the fastest solution for both of us, and then he can serve the penalty afterwards. So we get around this corner and he is serving the penalty, and all is good. I was close to also cutting the exit of that corner, but we are still alive and we come towards the bus stop again, and there is a yellow flag, and it's the leader who has dropped it. Let's have a look. And I really felt sorry for him when I watched the replay. He had a decent gap, and then it just goes completely wrong for him. Ends up pointing straight into the wall. A 1.5 second penalty, gets reset right on the track and has to try to make his way back. So when I come around this corner, I hadn't really seen all this yet. So I could see we've got the Italian serving his penalty from that previous incident at the bus stop chicane, and we've got the previous leader of the race with a 1.5 second penalty. So I just have to stay within a 2 second gap. Let's just sneak through the final corners and get across the line. And this was a bit surprising, a P2 for the Scandinavian spinning champion. So we are jumping on to the second race. We are still in the Honda NSX, and still the same qualifying time, and we've still got some of the same drivers. We've got the French driver in front and the Italian driver from the previous race as well. And let's just get a decent first lap in, not make a mess of the first corner, get a good run up the hill. The NSX is also decent. It can sort of keep up with the Audi TT, at least when it's in the slipstream. So we just keep it going up the hill, and now let's see if we can do a decent job of the bus stop chicane. Be careful now, don't want to get in too hot, but I still run a bit wide, and that compromises my next corner. I try to keep it narrow, but I get a bit too eager on the exit, so that just opens the door wide open for the British driver to get past me. And I'm just making a small lift, just want to get in behind him. Let's not go side by side through the final corners. That will just be a mess for both of us and we'll lose time. So I'll settle with my P4 for the moment and just focus on getting into a rhythm. This is a 8 lap long race, so we've got plenty of time so far. We are jumping ahead exactly 1 lap, and coming into turn 1, I am so close to running into the back of P3, so I have to back out completely of that one, and I lose momentum just before we have this long run up the hill towards the bus stop chicane. So we are jumping a fair bit ahead again, and this caught my eye up ahead. It looked rather silly. Let's have a closer look at that one. You can see we've got the Italian driver from the previous race. He's defending his position hard, he's coming in too hot, and just get yeeted off to the left side of the track. And let's have a look from his perspective. he's braking way too late as well, and there's an invisible wall catching him, and he's got engine damage, and yeah, that was the end of the race for him, unfortunately. We still keep it going, making our way around the long right hand corner, and it's time to jump far ahead in the race now. So we are actually on lap 7, and I've managed to catch up to P2 in front of me. It looks like I have slightly more speed than him, but unfortunately I also have that very special set of skills, which is to spin it at the worst times possible in every car in the game. So there goes my chance of getting a P2, so I'll just have to settle with a P3, but still decent result in the non-meta car. And as I cross the finish line, there's not much left to say than thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.